All right, I know the audio is dog shit, but I'm gonna do a quick little trade recap. Um, Realistically, my target was actually previous day high, but I forgot that I had a profit limit on this account. So I hit the profit limit and it closed on this account. I'm still in on 50Ks, but my stop is trailed pretty tight. But anyways, let's get into a trade recap. So this is actually the first trade I ever took on YM. So technically I have a 100% win rate on YM. So that's pretty fire. But let's get into my daily bias coming into the day. The daily's flipping bullish too, bro. This trade is gonna fucking print. Holy shit. Okay. Anyways, so going into the day, I was bullish on NQ. A couple reasons why. Number one, you can see right here, fill this daily for value gap, and we had a pretty significant sweep off of it, and we had a bullish close above previous day high. So I wanted to see expansion from today's daily candle. Initially, my target today was not equilibrium. These highs up here, but I use this. I learned this from T Trades. I like to see the upper half of equilibrium get respected for expansion, and it's not that this got disrespected, but whenever equilibrium gets closed below on the hourly, 4 hour, whatever, I just change my targets. If I would have taken this trade on NQ, then my target would have been new day open. Just because with us closing below this equilibrium, we can't really expect us to get expansion all the way to these highs today, right? It's just not really, it's probably not going to happen. And we also closed below daily equilibrium on YM. The only reason why I have what has this as my target is because NQ is still really far from this new day open. So I don't think we're going to leave an SMT there, and I think YM is going to keep going. But it's very possible we do leave an SMT, and if we do, I get stopped and profit on my 50Ks, and my 150Ks are already out because, like I said, I forgot I had a profit limit. But anyways, so I was bullish on the daily for those reasons. Now let's get into what I wanted to see. So coming into the day, I wanted to see at first I had this 4 hour gap on NQ marked. I was going to see if we were going to respect this, and we did not. Clearly, we knifed through it off open. So what I wanted to see was a high time frame CISD. This doesn't count because, I mean, what are we bouncing off of, right? We have, this isn't a sweep. Sorry. This isn't a sweep. And like, yeah, we have a sweep here, but we're not really bouncing off anything. So this CISD, I wouldn't have taken it, but I wasn't even up, so it doesn't matter. But I wouldn't have taken it. Now, why did I take this, right? So the reason why I took this is because I didn't learn this from T-Trace, I learned this from Garrett. Um, Over the weekend, I watched a decent amount of videos. I wanted to start trading daily profile, which is what I was talking about in my journal, where I'm going to be taking less trades and the more high quality trades that align with higher time frame, align with daily profile, and that was today's trade. But the reason why I took this, right? So what is this right here on the hourly? All of this is just accumulation, right? It's just consolidation. So what Garrett said, I learned this from Garrett, you cannot go from expansion to consolidation to reversal, right? So the number one reason why I was not bearish leaning into today, like a lot of people were, is because when we came up here and we swept these highs, this is just consolidation. This is an expansion away from these highs. If we would have gotten expansion, then yeah, maybe my bias would have been a little bit different. But this consolidation is not expansion away from the highs. We just consolidated. So in my mind, it was not a reversal. We were still bullish. We were just having a retrace. Now we had a deeper retrace than I thought we would, but it doesn't matter. So when I see consolidation like this, I just want to see manipulation of the consolidation lows in this instance for an expansion higher. We had an SMT as well. SMT, you want to have SMTs with manipulation of consolidation legs. You don't have to have one, but it's good to have one. But we had an SMT with YM. You can see 7 o'clock swept the 3 o'clock low or the 4 o'clock low. And you can see that this 4 o'clock low was untouched at 7. And we also had an SMT with ES, if I remember correctly. Okay, no, we didn't actually. Actually, we did have an SMT, but it got disrespected at 9 o'clock. So that means we had another SMT at 9. But anyways, that's really what I took the trade off of. After we got the manipulation of this consolidation leg, all I wanted to see was a high time frame CISD, which was an hourly. I wanted to see this CISD on NQ, or I wanted to see this CISD on YM. We got the CISD on YM. I entered long. Like I said, my target is really up here, but I forgot I had a profit limit. And then on NQ, you still could have taken this trade. It's a little more risky because we did expand with news, but you still could have taken this trade. I don't know if this would play out because, like I said, we already had expansion, and we do have an SMT right now with ES on Asia highs. But yeah, that's pretty much the recap for today. Um, Now I kind of want to get into a lot of you guys. Well, not a lot of you guys. I saw some people in general chat talking about how they wanted to see this 4-hour order block get tapped on NQ, which by all means that could definitely happen. But I want to get into why I didn't expect that to happen. So like I said, we're expanding, right? I mean, if you look at the daily time frame, we're just expansion, 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 expansion. So when you're expanding like this, you don't want to see that deep of a retrace. So if we would have retraced all the way down in this order block, I probably would not have even looked at longs. I probably would have just closed the charge for the day because that's just a deeper retrace than I want to see. I mean, also, this isn't even, you can also look at this as a fractal. I mean, look, we have this 4-hour sweep here. We closed above. If this 4-hour closes above here, then you guys could look to get on side with something um, in equilibrium. Oops, shit. Equilibrium if you want. I wouldn't recommend it just because today is a weird day. It's also Monday, so yeah, that's the recap for today. If you guys have any questions, just let me know.